All right, race fans, we are back. Episode number 271. No, Bert is not embarrassed. He's not embarrassed. He did beat Red from the sun. He was out at a Brewers, a red hot Milwaukee Brewers team. I'm not a Wisconsin sports guy, but they're on fire right now. That's for sure. And Chonga, we're keeping Bert up past his bedtime. My trailer broke down earlier today, and I ended up getting stuck. I wasn't able to take a break, so here we are. So Bert is a trooper.
I just want to tell you, now the Twins may not be very relevant, but they traded away everything that was valuable on their team, and now all they do is win, win, win. They're like, won like 6 out of 9 since they traded away everything that was good. They got this no-name guys that are just kicking ass.
It's kind of like the old, Bob Ueckers maybe announcing their games from the heavens. I think he's doing that for the Brewers, though, because they're on fire. But let's get to a little racing. Bert's over there sitting like, hey, I got to get to bed. I'm way up past my bedtime. We got to talk a little racing. So as always, I'll stay up all night. Everybody knows that. I am a flat-out night owl. But Ryan, we got...
You don't get up till noon. My alarm goes off. Sometimes. My alarm goes off at 5 o'clock.
We're gonna get Worker Bee on here to tell you about how you're only working half a day. Do we need to get Worker Bee on here to tell you how much you need to be working in a day?
Bert,
26 hours a day, 8 days a week. All right.
Hey Bert,
that's it.
Do you want to just start with the national champion trivia and then you can go to bed?
Oh no, we got a couple things. We'll tell you whenever we get to a point. If you're like, hey, I gotta go. But we're gonna try our best to keep it quick. We're gonna try our best here. Of course, we got Bert, we got Chonga. Chonga's jacked up and excited. I think he's had 10 Red Bulls tonight, Bert. He's a little bit wired a little bit here.
And I should just tell everybody. I mean, last week when I left the show in a hurry, my mom had sent me a text stating she wanted to go to the emergency room. So obviously that takes precedence. Sorry, but that takes precedence over the podcast.
Absolutely.
But my mom's doing good. So all is well.
Yeah, that is 100%. Family definitely has to come first. So, all right. So before we get into it, shout out here to Impact Health Sharing. If you are in the market for health insurance, whether you pay for your own, you're a family, individual, small business, whatever it may be, if you're looking for a better option, a better price, in a better way, it's Impact Health Sharing. Hit me up at 218-969-1380. Hit me up on Facebook, whatever you got to do. I'll get you a quick, no obligation quote, get you the information you need, see if it can save you a bunch of money on health insurance. That's Impact Health Sharing. So, guys, a few tidbits here. Actually, it's been a rough one, Hibbing Raceway community. I want to give thoughts and prayers out there to the Vidal family. Lou Vidal has been around for a very long time, and the Vidal family has been racing at the Hibbing Raceway for a long time. Bert, I got a little something you might enjoy, a story here, a Lou Vidal story. But that gentleman actually, he worked on cars. I think he maybe raced a short little stint, but I know he owned race cars. Sponsored my dad back in the day, painted his stuff. Record driver. I mean, heavily involved. Family heavily involved in racing. Now, do you remember, Bert, hearing the Slammer story, Steve Eggersdorf from up in Hibbing?
What? I don't know. I've heard several Slammer stories. I don't know if I've heard the Hibbing story.
Late 70s, early 80s, might have been right around 1980. There was an incident on the racetrack, and I don't exactly remember what happened in the incident. Needless to say, he's supposed to go to the back or off the track, not having it. He's pissed, right? He's pulling a Tom Nesbitt is what he's pulling, right? Before Tom Nesbitt. And he's going bonkers. Wrecker kind of pulls up and tries to block him in. An official gets on his car, reaches under the hood, tries to pull the coil wire off, wanted to kill the car so he couldn't take off, right? He gooses it. Literally, the official lands on the hood, kind of in the cockpit, feet dangling, gets a ride all the way around the racetrack on the car, right? Bad deal. Well, a record driver kind of pulled in front, Slammer, right, pulled in there, and another record driver pulled in to box him in. That record driver that boxed him in and put an end to all the madness, Lou Vidal. So part of Hibbing Raceway folklore up there. And again, they're from Chisholm, knowing the family. I mean, shirt tail relatives kind of through former marriage and so on, but a lot of friends in that family. So just a heartfelt, sincere, we're thinking of you guys. So let's just put it that way. So going up to Hibbing. Changa, are you going to Hibbing Saturday?
That's my plan.
So Hall of Fame night in Hibbing. Kind of excited there, Bert. Old Rapid Rudy gonna get inducted in the Hall of Fame. My dad getting inducted this Saturday. Troy Vidal getting inducted. Bummer of a deal because Troy, of course, the son of Lou Vidal. That's going to be a pretty emotional day because, of course, his dad would have wanted to be there. And then Bob Espy and Sandra Rower. So looking forward to seeing everybody up there on Saturday. But a lot of tidbits.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead, Changa.
Is Jeff Ruzich too?
Oh, good God, yes. How Jeff Ruzich, one of
your fiercest competitors in your
yes. Why was I thinking there was 4? There was 5. Thank you for that. Oh, got a phone call there, got to decline that. So yes, Jeff Ruzich, part of the Lakers. He was a Kelly Laker, still a Kelly Laker, and there was a bunch of them. I mean, there was a whole culture of Kelly Laker racing that had some very immense talent at the Hibbing Raceway. And Jeffy Ruzich, I'm telling you, he ran the 3R car in the Super Stock, and he was unbelievable fast everywhere. Traveled well too. It wasn't just fast in Hibbing. And then, of course, Jeffy moved up to modifieds. I think he might have won a Labor Day shootout in the modified too. But congratulations to all of them. Looking forward to seeing them here on Saturday. But we had some tidbits we're going to talk about. Going to just touch on a few of them here. Let's start with the biggest news of the week, by far, without question. One of the Mount Rushmore drivers in sprint car racing is now without a ride. If he quit today, Donnie Schatz would be hands down sitting right next to Steve Kinzer on the Mount Rushmore of sprint car racing. I don't have all of his stats in front of me. I know he's a 10-time World of Outlaw champ, 11-time Knoxville Nationals champ. I think he won the Kings Royal, I believe, 6 times, and over 300 feature wins. Illustrious career. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. Guys, what's next? What's next in your, so the article came out on Flow today. You guys probably saw that, and that's kind of, Tony's side of it, of course. But what's next, do you think, for Donnie Schatz? What's next, do you think, for Tony Stewart Racing, Bert?
For Donnie Schatz, I mean, I did not read the article from Stewart's side. But I mean, I can't see a car owner putting shots in one of his sprint cars based on performance. I mean, rides are a premium these days. Unless a car owner wants press and a well-known driver, but based on results, he wouldn't get a ride, and I don't know if he would put a ride together. So I don't know. Is this the last? Have we seen the last of Donnie Schatz racing?
Tonga.
Tonga.
Donnie Schatz goes out there every single night. This guy wrecks nothing. He finishes every race. He tears up nothing. Okay. No, his performance over the last few years hasn't been that great. But you know what he does? He comes up and gets 10th every night and tears up nothing. And he's a big name that will bring sponsorship with him. Donnie Schatz is going to find a home if Donnie Schatz so desires to find a home. And that's the big question. Does he desire to find a home on the World of Outlaws Tour? I don't think he's going high limit. He's kind of talked about he's a world outlaw guy, right? But if Donnie Schatz wants to find a home, I mean, let's be honest, he could put his own team together. He's got plenty of money, plenty of sponsors, plenty of friends, plenty of people that'll back him. He'll have a place to go if he wants to. But Donnie Schatz don't tear up stuff. He's gonna finish 10th every night right now. No, the jury's out. Hey, can he still drive? We'll have that argument till the day we die. We don't know that yet. I do not think Donnie Schatz has won his last national tour, whether it be World Outlaws or otherwise, he's not won his last race. That guy is too talented, too connected. If he wants to do it, he will continue to do it. I'm not saying he's going to be a 10 win a year guy, but I think that guy can still win a race here and there and be relevant in the sport.
Yeah, I mean, I partially agree, partially don't. I mean, of course he can still drive. I mean, there's no question. I mean, you're not a 10-time World of Outlaw champion. Forget how to drive overnight. Extreme, I mean, relevant. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Sheldon Hottenchild's relevant, but he's not been having a good, the last couple of years haven't been very good for him either. 48 years old. And I saw some stuff online and, take it for what it will. But they said that the composition of the tires, the sidewall of the tires has changed as such to where you got to abuse the right rear a lot more to be fast in a sprint car. And that's not his style, right? He's a straight, smooth, kind of a T-Mac type of driver. He's not banging the cushion. Not that he can't, but let's face it, he hasn't been the guy to bang the cushion in quite a while. So I don't know. I mean, how does a guy stay extremely jacked up, motivated to win when you've done it all, right? At some point, the fire is just not quite there. And I don't know that to be the case. I have no idea, right? Obviously Tony Stewart felt that because Bert, in the article, which you had to work today, you didn't see it, but essentially he said that he let him go. Donnie was unhappy. There was a lot of just friction there because the results weren't there. And he's like, man, we've tried different crew chiefs, different engine packages. We've tried about everything. It's not working. We're going to have to go a different way because we're in his mind, he tried everything. And that's kind of where he's at. I think sounds like Tony Stewart was pretty upfront with the conversation in the fact that Donnie Schatz was not really expecting that phone call and not really obviously overexcited to get it. So that's a tough deal, and there's speculation out there. Could Donnie Schatz, first of all, we haven't seen anything online yet. Is he going to be in a ride this weekend? Basically, kind of home turf. They're at Ogilvy and Jackson, not too far from home. And then could we see him maybe jumping into a late model and running kind of some regional stuff and running around with his nieces? I don't know, right? Is Tony Stewart going to do? And he said no. He said no in the article, but who knows, right? Is he going to do with the sprint car operation what he did with the NASCAR operation? Is he just going to say, got a kid doing the drag racing thing, going to put my focus, I already got Eldora, we had a great run, we're going to move on? Because at one point, he said that when Donnie Schatz is done, I'm done. That conversation happened. That was a while back. That wasn't just recently, but he said when Schatz is done, I'm done. Could that be the case?
Well, I mean, if he said that in the past, that I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not, but yeah, I mean, everybody was surprised when Tony Stewart got out of NASCAR. I mean, everybody, once you have a team in NASCAR and he's a past champion, multi-time past champion, um, it's very possible that he could pull that sprint car team. And like you said, he's really gotten into drag racing recently. And I mean, his wife drag races, he drag races, so um, it's a definite possibility.
Yeah, she's off this year, of course, because of the birth of a
Right.
kid. He's looking like he has a legit chance to win the championship. He also said that if she might come back, he's not going to have a 2-car team. Probably going to be just her. A lot of speculation. We can speculate all day long on what's going to happen. I guess it's going to be wait and see. But as a race fan, I sure hope Donnie Schatz ain't done, right? I mean, he's kind of our guy from our region, a former WISSOTA champion at that. So I would like to think that Donnie Schatz has some left in him. But if he decides this is it, hell of a run. That's a hell of a run for Donnie Schatz. So speaking of NASCAR, Bert, Watkins Glen last week, Xfinity driver Connor Zeilish. Now, in case y'all live under a rock, a lot of people don't pay any attention to NASCAR stuff, but This shit broke the internet. And it's funny now because he even was interviewed afterwards and he's laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, man, oh man. But he wins the race. I don't know if that was his first win or not. Bert, you might know that. I don't know that.
I don't know if that was or not.
And I don't. Do you know? Does he drive for Junior? I'm not sure. It looked like an '88, didn't it?
Well, Junior's car is an 88.
Oh, it's not. Okay. So
No.
I watch no NASCAR. I mean, essentially none. But
Well,
incidentally,
yeah.
he wins the race, gets down to victory lane, gets up on the door of his car. His foot gets kind of caught. He falls off. Literally, it looked like face first into the ground, but his shoulder hit, broke his collarbone, and everybody was quiet for a minute, going, "Oh my God, did he like literally just die in front of him? Did he like?" Because he laid there, and yeah, he's like, yeah, the crew's like, yeah, we didn't even take victory lane photos or nothing, right? They just everybody was like, holy shit, and I'm sure he's out for the year, right? Or I'm guessing with a broken collarbone, but man, oh man, I mean, when you saw that, Bert, can you think of any other absolute epic like celebration fails as bad as that one or even close?
No, nothing. I mean, normally when you see somebody fall, they slip and they have time to brace themselves or something like that. But he couldn't brace himself. I mean, he planted on the asphalt, and that's the worst one that I've ever seen. I mean, you think it's only 3-4 feet, but if you hit your head on concrete from 3-4 feet, I mean that could kill you. If you hit it right.
Yeah, 100%. The only, you know what it reminded me of, probably the biggest epic fail that I've seen, Changa, Gus
Oh
Farrat.
yeah, so it was Gus Farrat, but then there was also Martin Gramatica, right?
Well, so I remember Farrat. Farrat got the touchdown, headbutted the wall, gives himself a concussion. Unbelievable. Talk. What was the Grammatica one? What did he do?
He
Did he?
just was jumping up and down and tore a calf. He's a kicker. He's just jumping up and down, tore a calf. And I can relate to that because I did it as a football coach. My kid had a sacked, forced fumble, scoop and score. I'm jumping up and down, wound up in the emergency room with a torn calf.
Oh man, oh man.
Nova Scotian, right? So, I'm old and out of shape. Them guys are peak athletes, but yeah, no, I mean, I watched Blake Adams do that here. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but he got up on there and his foot slipped. You stand in you climb out of the car, you put your foot on the door, and your foot slips, and boom, and he fell, but he was able to save himself. But man, yeah, it's if you're not peak physical shape, maybe you don't belong on the roof, right?
Yeah, there might be something. And Blake's a young gun. Blake, stay the hell off your car. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be doing none of that shit. You got a championship. Try to win here. All right. Little bit of silly season stuff. Speaking of sprint cars, by the way, another injury this past week. Blackjack Brian Brown, right? What was it? Wrist and broken hand? Were they opposite sides too?
They were opposite.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So that's another guy out. So Brian Brown added to the long list of sprint car drivers. Does that play into the head of Donnie Schatz? I mean, after all this time, seeing all these top tier drivers, broken neck, broken back, broken hand, broken wrist, all that stuff. I mean, does that play in? If once that gets into a racer's mind, it's over.
Nope.
Like you might as well not even look at a racetrack
No
again.
freaking way. You don't play the game that long and even let it worry you. You're invincible when you play the game that long.
I would sure hope so.
Well,
Bert?
I don't know. It may not worry him, but I mean, Changa made the point. Well, he made the point several times that Donnie Schatz, gets finishes 10th or finishes mid pack or whatever. You know, maybe you know I've seen this from drivers as they progress in their careers. They're not as aggressive later in their careers because they don't want to tear shit up and they don't want to get injured. So there could be some of that.
Oh,
at
100%.
some point that starts to kind of creep in. Speaking of creeping in, somebody that hasn't slowed down at all, the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler. Changa, this is Coach's boy. Where was he at again this past weekend? He was at Florence. Yeah, he was on at Florence.
Yeah, it was Florence.
He's out in the pits just having a great time partying up with the guys, and apparently the cops come over there, and apparently he just asked them, say, hey, you guys looking for an autograph or what? And apparently they arrested him, cuffed him and stuffed him. It was good, that kind of, but whatever. I mean, yeah, got himself into a little bit of trouble.
They're right. That guy right there. If he can put it together and become relevant in the late model world, he's obviously fast in a mod. I mean, you want to talk about another personality? I mean, he is literally on the chip all the time. So that was kind of interesting.
And there was some news this week that he is getting back into a late model. He's going to be racing some select shows. I can't remember the team owner, but he'll be racing some select shows.
Hey boys, 141 Speedway IMCA modified feature race number 1. Schmidt, Sarneski, and oh god, I know they just took it off the screen, but yeah, no, good race. Anyhow,
that was a modified. Okay, so silly season. So Spencer Hughes, dropping off. He was on the Lucas Tour, and it sounds like effective today out of a ride too. Parted ways, so not sure what his plans are. He was talking about racing local. I have no idea what his plans are, but Spencer Hughes out of a ride. Bad week to be named Spencer because Spencer Baston also out of a ride in the sprint cars. So that was definitely interesting. And then speaking of late models, remember about a month back, Corey Hedgecock builds a BMF chassis. He puts this big presser out on social media. If you're expecting to get tech support from BMF, I expect you to be a loyal customer buying everything, all of our bolt-on specialty parts, bumpers, deck bars, you name it. You need to be buying that from BMF if you want our support, right? Also saw on Facebook yesterday, how do you expect your customers to support you if you don't support you, right? Because Corey Hedgecock going to Longhorn, horns up. So if he's not even running a BMF, why would anybody else be loyal to him? Interesting move because Corey Hedgecock, one of the drivers, regional guys down Tennessee area, that is relevant. Like when the big boys come to town, he's fast, good race car driver. Was that a surprise seeing him go to Longhorn?
Was not a surprise to me at all. The way I understood it, it should be a surprise, right? But the way I understood it, someone with some backing came and said, hey, I want to buy you this car. I've got Arpin and Rumley behind this deal. They're going to help us out. And let's see what happens with this. And then it was stay tuned to see what happens in the future. So perhaps maybe there's something coming for next year. Whoever the financial backer is on this deal, don't know how big it is, but perhaps maybe he's going to get an opportunity to run a national touring series next year because he's got some backing behind him now, and they're going to give him a ride. So if you got Kevin Rumley in your corner, you take that opportunity and run with it every time, right?
I think that's a sales pitch, so I call bullshit on everything you just said. Okay, because I literally think freaking Longhorn sales pitches. So Changa, you getting a Longhorn? We got Kevin Rumley working here. Hey Bert, you getting a Longhorn? Not only get our support, you got Kevin Rumley here. Hey, so and so. That's part of the gig. Of course they're gonna say that. He works at freaking Longhorn now, right? He's part of he literally works there. Right. So of course they're gonna say that. That's just a sales pitch. So I look at it this way. I'm like, if you're Longhorn, one of two things happening here, right? If you're going to be working hand in hand with Corey Hedgecock, I'm guessing there's going to be a exclusivity or a no compete clause coming out saying, you ain't building cars no more. And You take it for what it's worth. Yeah, it might be a great opportunity on the tour racing, but sounds to me like that might have been his income, right? So I don't know. I mean, if I own Longhorn, I sure the hell don't want to be selling my car to a chassis builder because they're just going to jig it and do their own thing with it. So interesting to me. I don't know. I mean, you look at the business side of it, you look at the racing side. What side's more important to him? I don't know. I know he's got a family though.
What I'm hoping is it's this. I want to see Corey Hedgecock on a national touring series. The more talented drivers we can have there, the better off the game is, right? I mean, and he's a talented race car driver. So
what I want to see is him race more with Michael Page, but that's just me.
Well, there's that. There's that.
Good old Superfly. Speaking of Longhorns, modified operation move. Did you see that today, Bert?
Yes.
So Dustin Sorensen, the Sorensen camp up there. Of course, they've been heavily involved with all aspects of racing. They had Action Engineering there, still might have Action Engineering. That was, of course, Mike Sorensen. But the Longhorn mods sound like they're going to be built right there in Rochester, Minnesota. So quite an interesting development to have another chassis builder. I mean, you already got MB, you got SSR. That's a very, very small. I mean, that's almost like going to Charlotte with Elite, and of course, Lethal's up in Pennsylvania now. But that's three major chassis builders within a short little window for modified. So, going to be interesting to see what happens if in the not so distant future we could see some USRA cars, WISSOTA cars, maybe a few more coming out in our area under that Longhorn banner. And not going to get into it. Just stay tuned. There might be some more Longhorn news coming down the pipe in the not so distant future, but we'll just leave that alone for right now. Another thing that happened, so we bang on tech guys. So Devin Fouquet, which incidentally, congratulations, Devin, first late model win this past weekend over at the Buffalo River Speedway. But he ran an IMCA mod Bert on Saturday, went over to Brainerd, mostly running WISSOTA stuff now. Mostly late model, like primarily late model. But he's like, I have the car there. Didn't have anything going on with the late model. I decided, what the hell, I'm going to head over, take the mod, go have a little fun at Brainerd. Well, the wheel sticker deal, Bert, the wheel sticker. So IMCA, the wheels are the same. IMCA wheels, WISSOTA wheels, same wheels. Okay, same wheels. The difference is, obviously, WISSOTA has a WISSOTA stamp, WISSOTA sticker. IMCA has an IMCA stamp, IMCA sticker. This is crazy. So he was running an IMCA mod race, had IMCA wheels on all the corners, except for the left front, Bert, because he didn't have any more left front wheels apparently. So what it sounds like he did is he had a WISSOTA wheel and possibly peeled the sticker, an IMCA sticker off an old bent wheel, glued it on, whatever he had to do on that wheel to make it look like it was an IMCA stamp left front wheel, right? No performance advantage, whatever. Gets DQ'd. Got to be honest, completely okay with the DQ, right? Because clearly it's an IMCA rule. I get it. I think wheel stickers are freaking stupid, but if you get caught putting the wrong sticker on the wheel.
Well, and he knew what he was doing. He knew it was wrong.
Yeah, so I'm okay with the DQ, right? 30-day suspension, $1,000 fine.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
He's like, I will never pay that fine, he said. If somebody wants to pay it for me, so be it. I'll go race whatever. He goes, I will never pay. I mean, come on, IMCA. What the hell are we talking about here? I mean, now if it was you can look at the wheel, right? If you look at it and you're like, holy shit, that's a lightened wheel that you shouldn't be running, right? If you look at the wheel, it's like the same wheel. That stings. 30 and he's like, I don't give a shit. I'm racing late models now anyway. That's my focus. But so it's not just WISSOTA Tech guys. It's not just you. It's just not just you, Pogo. You're not the only one. You're not alone in this deal. It's also IMCA. And I didn't get this from the horse's mouth, but I read between the lines. Cade Nelson's been winning a bunch of races in the USRA late model, and he got a pretty extensive teardown here, and legal, of course. But sounds like one of the tech guys USRA tech guy was up in his grill being completely disrespectful. So apparently it don't matter what sanctioning body it is. You want to be a tech guy? There's a special asshole school that you have to go to be qualified. It just is what it is, right? All right. Any
Well,
other tip? Go ahead, Bert.
I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily an asshole school. I think it's a power trip for some people.
Yes. It's like the brand new cop in town going, oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And tech guys, in all honesty, right? And Pogo, this includes you, which I think he's mostly been a little bit better, but I'm not positive. Haven't heard too much, so must be. Keep it that way, by the way, Pogo. Don't be fucking with people. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, teching should be to keep an even playing field. Monitor safety, not to nitpick stupid shit. I mean, I get it. Rules are rules, but I mean, overreach on that one for sure. So let's jump into the studs and duds for the week. Of course, brought to you by our friend Brad Parsons Soil and Ag Solution. So if you're over in Western Minnesota, the Dakotas, if you're in farming, what do you want to do? You want to make more money. You want your farming endeavor to be as profitable as possible. How do you do that? Get the right stuff in those spray packages. I don't know anything about that. Brad Parson does. He's a racer, by the way. Support that racing community. 320-219-3542. Give Brad a call. Learn about all the different products they have that you can put into your existing spray packages to get better yields, better results, and make more money. That's Brad Parson, Soil and Ag Solutions. All right, boys. So studs and duds. Let's go to the national scene first. And God dang it, Bert, I feel like you're going to snipe me because we didn't really correspond as far as what you have here. I
No,
sure hope
no,
you didn't go
I'll,
sprint cars.
I'll let you guys go. No, I mean, I'm going to use my notes from last week since I didn't get to give
Okay,
my thoughts on the USA Nationals, and
good,
almost
good.
all the races got rained out in eastern Wisconsin last weekend. So,
So that
so
one
my
late model guy,
stud,
didn't get to race over there this week.
no, he
Oh, he
raced
went to
at Red
Menominee.
Cedar
He went to
last week.
Menominee. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, he did. He went to Menominee. Yep. All right, national scene.
Well, they actually did race at Outagamie Speedway last week. Mike Mullen won the feature.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with stud. I'm gonna go with Nick Hoffman. And remember, this is based off the USA National stuff. He had a second on the Thursday program, and then fourth after starting 25th. I'm sure you guys talked about that last week. But what's
You
interesting?
didn't listen?
What's that?
You didn't listen to the show from last week?
I did not.
What the fuck? That ain't even acceptable, Bert.
But he's only 74 points back in the World of Outlaw point standing. So, I still think Pierce is not going to be challenged. But I mean, to have it under 100 is an accomplishment.
It is. And have you seen any results? Why don't you give us? Do you have any duds on the national scene, Bert?
Oh, I mean, based on the USA National stuff, I had Bobby Pierce as my dud because he had a dud weekend at the
We
USA
had that
National.
last week.
So, Bert, while Chonga's going with his stud and dud, can you take a quick peek and see what the results were from tonight's World of Outlaw race?
Sure.
It might not even be over.
Might not. All right, who's your stud? Who's your dud?
So on the national tour, I'm going to go with Bobby Pierce, right? So last weekend he had a first, and a third, right? Just two dominating wins. Had the crazy just beat us up win with Jonathan Davenport. That's absolutely 100% great for the sport, right? And I mean, that in and of itself is worthy of being the stud, because you're building up the sport, you're creating a rivalry, you're creating interest. So Bobby Pierce, my stud of the week. My dud is going to be Josh Rice. Josh Rice is expected to be good at his good track, right? He wasn't very good. He got a 9th and a 10th in the split field races, and then he got 21st in the split field race, and just he wasn't even relevant for the whole weekend, essentially. So yeah.
So So two things there. So let's go back to Pierce, right? We'll talk a little bit about the North-South 100. Again, we should say one of our very own, right? Congratulations, Lance Matthews, also getting inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame this past weekend down at Florence. But Bobby Pierce wins. I mean, you can't keep him down long. He had a bad week. You knew he was going to rebound. It's what he does. What's your take there on a little bit of controversy, a little bit of hard racing with him and old Superman Jonathan Davenport?
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, and I'm a Pierce fan, right? So starts JD's, Pierce comes from 14th. He gets up there, get the restart. JD's running a diamond line. He comes up over Pierce's nose. Wasn't a JD. JD did nothing wrong. Pierce drove it to the bottom really hard, tried to throw a slider, and he didn't really necessarily clear him. And he slid up over his nose. It was kind of dirty, right? I mean, it was. Hey, anytime you slide up over someone's nose, wrinkle your own quarter panels and fuck up his nose, you probably didn't clear him, right? And that slap 55 out of 100, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? That probably not okay, right? But then JD comes by, Anyhow, JD turns him sideways, faces him right at the wall, shows him, hey, I could wreck you. Well, comes back around, Pierce turns him sideways, shows him, I could wreck you, but I'll let you go. Well, once Pierce finally clears him and going to get the lead, JD had one last chance, and he tried to pop Bobby's left rear tire, and he turned right at his left rear tire, tried to give him a flat, not wreck him, just give him a flat, right? Didn't work out, and then Bobby was gone, and, just like Bobby does, I mean, he's better than everybody else. He, most nights, he's the class of the field, and he checked out. There was really, after that failed attempt to pop his tire, he was gone.
And Bobby's the most polarizing driver in dirt late model racing. I mean, half the people absolutely love him, half the people absolutely hate him, but everybody's got an opinion. So he has to keep that mantra, right? And
100%.
he creates that rivalry type deal. It was with Turbo, and he's just not all that relevant. I mean, JD's relevant, so that's good for racing. Rivalries are good, so
it's even better when we're going to the World 100 at the track that JD owns, right?
JD owns it when it slicks off. Bobby Pierce owns it when it cushions up. So it depends on what track we got.
Over the last couple years, they've both won a couple, but now that's where it's at. It's like, hey, all right, we got a rivalry, and we're going to a place where they're the top two guys, and that's good for the game, right? It's good for rivalries.
It is, and Davenport is right now, that's his best track.
I mean, and them are the top two guys in dirt late model racing right now, and I know Ricky Thornton Jr. might be better than everybody else. He might be the most talented race car driver, but right now in dirt late model racing, JD and Pierce are the two best.
Yeah, without question. Bert, what'd you find?
Oh, well, a very surprising podium, according to my race pass. The number 96 parks it in victory lane.
Nice. Tanner English.
Tanner
English. He needed one.
Second place, Shannon Babb.
They started on the front row.
Third place, Dustin Sorensen.
Oh, no, nice.
Dustin Sorensen was on the pole.
There you go. Minnesota represent.
Fourth place, Bobby Pierce. And fifth place, Jason Feger.
Okay. Interesting. So, and then
we all got 1 point with Bobby Pierce.
more than likely. So you did mention Josh Rice, and just for a little context there, he's won races against the big boys at Florence, right? He's won. He's been absolutely relevant in the North-South 100, guys. 21st this year, 20th last year, 17th the year before, 23rd the year before that. He did get 5th in 2021, and then 14th, and then before that he was just kind of getting rolling in late model racing. That is his Achilles heel, is it a head game? Is it a psychological thing that he can't get over? Is he overthinking things at the North South 100 because that race is so important to him? Who knows?
Or is it because every freaking good guy is there?
Every good guy's there for the Ralph Latham too. So
Unless the World Outlaws race is going here and Lucas is here,
sometimes.
I mean,
But he doesn't even look like the same driver. You don't even. I mean, I don't. Josh Rice is legit fast, but him finishing that far back, it's got to be a mind fuck type of deal at that race. I mean, he's gonna get over that. I don't know if he's gonna win one. I don't know that, but I would expect him to run a lot better than that.
I would predict that he does better at the World 100 than he did there.
Yeah, I mean, pretty likely.
He better, because he's on my team.
Did you pick him?
But I want to make a comment about Davenport and Pierce. Bobby Pierce kind of reminds me of when Dale Earnhardt was in NASCAR, where if you listen to his interviews, everything he does on the track, it's not his fault. That's what you're supposed to do to win races. But then then they interview the other drivers, and they don't like the way that Bobby Pierce is winning races, because he's using his car to get past other drivers.
At the end of the day, nobody remembers how you did it. They just remember that you did it.
Yeah. Our dad won, Ryan.
He did. All right, on the national scene, I'm going to go with the second youngest driver to ever win the Knoxville Nationals. 18-year-old, almost 19 in about a week here, Oklahoma City driver Ryan Timms. Incidentally, guys, I raced against his dad in a modified back down in Texas, Randy Timms. But a couple years back, Bert, you and I, when we were doing the show back a couple years ago, we're like, this kid's unbelievable, right? He was winning races, but was not allowed to race the Knoxville Nationals because you have to be 18 to compete in the Knoxville Nationals, right? And we're like, man, this is unfortunate. Well, he proved it. His first try parked it in victory lane. Do you guys know who the youngest driver was to ever win the Knoxville Nationals?
Johnny Schatz?
Kenny Weld. So you heard of Weld Wheels, right?
Yes.
His brother founded that company. He had some stuff in the racing world too, but that was over 50 years ago, or about 50 years, a long time ago, that Kenny Weld got it done. But Ryan Timms, I'm telling you right now, that kid is the real deal. 18 years old, going to be 19 very soon. This is kind of his first full year where he's really been traveling a lot. Could he possibly, if Tony Stewart has a team next year, could Ryan Timms be the guy, and should he be the guy to be the new driver for TSR?
100%. Give that guy the bank and put him in your car, right? Give him the bank, put him in your car, right? That's the team with a great budget, all the resources you could ever hope for. A match made in heaven, right? Let's do it.
18-year-old young gun that's already kind of cut his teeth, gained some experience, learned some of the racetracks. I'm telling you what, if I'm Tony Stewart, if I'm going to have a team next year, I'm taking a good hard look at Ryan Timms. Bert, what do you think?
I can't disagree with you guys. I mean, Tony Stewart knows racing, so I'm sure he wouldn't be afraid to put a very young driver in his car on a full-time basis.
No way.
For sure. So I'm going to go on the dud. How about Ethan Dotson? Guys, before June 1st, he had 15 top fives. 15 top fives. He looked relevant to start the season. Parked in victory lane a few times, had the speed, was looking good. Since June 1st, he has 4 top fives, 17 straight races, guys, outside of the top 5. His last top 5 finish was a second at Norman County, the end of June. Ethan Dotson right now looks discombobulated in that late model. He does not look comfortable. I don't understand what it is because he was really good early in the year, but I don't know what's missing. But that 74X has not been good the second half of the season. All right, local late models here. We'll start with Bert. We'll go to Changa. We'll go to me. Stud and dud local.
Well, stud, you got to go with um, the X Factor. Jesse Glenn's won the race at Red Cedar last week. Very good run for him. Not surprising to see him in victory lane. He seems to have figured out some things in the late model now, and he's getting back to his form from several years ago when he was unbeatable. And Dud, I have to go back to the USA Nationals for this because I wanted to talk about this one, and it was one of Ryan's drivers on his team too, Shane Edgington. He was awful at the USA Nationals.
Brutal. He has not even really looked competitive
He
over
was
the
there.
last
He
year.
was there.
Huh?
He was there, which made him better than one of your teammates.
Yeah, fair enough. He did show up. He did better than Bargender did for me, but yeah, he hasn't been good. And Bert Glenn's actually has 3 in a row at Red Cedar. And this
Okay.
past one was a challenge series. So you're right. He's been on the money, but Edgington, you know what? That's a good grab. He has been absolutely not good at all. Let's see if he can turn it around, but he's missing something up there. And now his boy Ricky's up there. You'd think he'd be a little faster.
Yeah, I mean,
He's just not.
at Cedar Lake, he only qualified for the A one night out of the 3. He was in the B the other 2 nights and didn't qualify. So he really struggled that weekend.
Correct. Changa, stud and dud and late models.
So my stud of the week's going to be Kyle Peterlin. 8 straight podiums. He got a second at Hibbing, a second at Rapids, a first at Proctor last week. I won the KME point series for $5,000. So Kyle, thumbs up to you, man. You are my stud of the week.
He's been dang near unbeatable at Proctor too. I think he's got 5 over there. Five in Proctor, a third and a second. And so he won the KME points at Proctor. Let's see if he can make some noise and get it done in Rapids. There's a couple nights left over there. How about your dud?
My dud, and I hate to do this because he's my boy. He's my favorite guy, Kevin Burdick, right? 7 straight races off the podium. Got a DQ last week in Hibbing because he doesn't remember how to scale, right? I mean, that's just got 5th place, didn't remember how to scale. We got an 8th at Rapids, a 10th at Proctor last week. You know, I know the car's bent. I know it's not good, but hey, right now, if the car's bent, you're not doing good. You're still a dud. So Kevin Burdick, I'm trying to get you back fired up on the hot list. I hope you get a new car and or a new chassis, and we can get you back in your winning ways.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like he's got a new car coming, so he definitely needs it. Now, I got a couple people here. I'm going to kind of back it down. So Chad Becker's been the best car right now. That Longhorn has been about unbeatable in South Dakota. He got another win this past win. He's got 12 this past week at Casino. He's got 12 wins on the year. Becker's been good. Ryan Michelson has been good ever since destroying a car. He missed a bunch of the season. Not counting Cedar Lake, which I was surprised to see him there. He kind of struggled there a bit, but not counting the couple nights at Cedar, he has 3 wins in his last 5 races. So Michelson's been good. Got to give a shout out to Zach Johnson, right? Millennial Farmer and his son Onyx Johnson. Zach's got 6 wins on the year. But Zach and Onyx, their first time where they both won on the same night at Fiesta City. That's kind of a cool deal. Zach won in the late models, Onyx Johnson won in the Midwest mods. But my stud is going to be Billy Kendall. Billy Kendall has been legit fast all season long. Limited schedule, doesn't race as much as some of these guys. He won at Grand Rapids. He's got 3 straight top 2s. Well, 1 DQ, and there should be really 4 straight top 2 finishes because he won at Gondikla Speedway. He got DQ'd for deck height. But I'm telling you what, when that 99 unloads, he runs up front everywhere he goes. I wish that kid would race more. I don't know him. I don't know what he does for work, but Billy Kendall has quietly become one of the top late model drivers in our area, and he's really fun to watch. So looking forward to see him come in invitational time. My dud. Go ahead, Changa.
Your guy Avila just won the sport mods tonight.
Oh
The,
boy,
the first feature. My driver finished second, so he's in the big show too.
who's your guy?
Kempkes, Corey Kempkes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had
Perfect.
Reavers. I think he got fourth.
I had Vlies and Avila.
I
That's
had
who I had.
I had Vlies as well. Don't know where he ended up.
Okay, my
He
duds.
might be in the second feature because
Oh,
there's
that could be.
two qualifying
Yeah,
features.
that could be. My dud's gonna be Sam Mars. Sam Mars, basically the developmental driver for MB, right? And obviously should be Jimmy's kid. He's so signed to speed. Sam Mars looks like he looks the part. He's got talent. Challenge Series comes to his home track, MB Nation. I don't know what happened in the heat. I think he DNF'd in the heat, sent him behind the 8 ball. Did not make the feature at the Challenge Series on his home turf. That's a tough one for Sam Mars. So he's going to be our dud of the week.
He had posted on Facebook that it was on the parade lap or early in the race that somebody got into his tire and he got a flat tire in the heat race.
That makes sense, right? Unfortunate deal. Bang, use your right rear quarter panel, do what you got to do, get up through the B main. They had a hell of a big car count, but that's painful when you're fast and you're rolling to not make the big show at your home track. However, it happened out of his control, more than likely, right? But that's a tough one. So this week he's my dud. Modifieds. What do you got there? You got anything on the modifieds, Bert?
But Corey Vlies is starting third in the second feature at 141.
Right. I like it.
So
I like it.
All right, modifieds. Stud, I'm going with Lucas Lambries. He's only raced in Shawano Speedway this year, but he's raced 12 features, 5 wins, 11 top fives in those 12 features.
And
And
he's fast.
And Dud, he's actually been on this list a couple of times this year. Mike Whittlestadt. He won a feature July 25th, and since then, he's had 3 DNFs. So he's struggling a little bit with his modified.
Well, let's see if we're putting him on the dud list can kind of get him to rebound. He'd use a little good luck here. All right, Tonga, what do you got?
Well, my stud's going to be the one to go show 40D Blake Adams, right? He got second at Hibbing, first at Red Cedar, first at Ogilvy, first at Granite City. He's got, 20 wins this year?
20 in Wissota plus the one at Cedar. He's been unbelievable.
Wissota wins. The leader in the clubhouse to win the Wissota National Championship. So Blake Adams, the one to go show 40D, you are our stud every week, always when you keep doing that. My dud is going to be Mike Anderson. And I did this earlier in the year, and that sparked him to go a little bit hot. He's got 11 straight races off the podium, right? He got 8th at Red Cedar, 4th at ABC, and 8th at Granite last week. So not what he's used to being doing. You know, that's just not what Mike Anderson does. So Mike Anderson's going to be my dud.
Yeah, a hell of a race car driver. He's on the struggle bus this year for sure. We got a couple here. Dusty Bitson, of course. I mean, 6 wins in 15 shows. Just won the Fallen Lineman. I meeen, absolutely dominating performance at Viking. Joe Thomas has been good over the last month here. He's been really good. Been running up front every single night. Literally looks the part. Like, I was kind of wondering if he was going to kind of turn that next, turn the page and kind of take that next step. And it's looking like he is. So Joe Thomas looking good. But my stud of the week is going to be Adam Brotherton, driver from Olton, South Dakota. He was one of the top Midwest mod drivers over there for a number of years. It was kind of him Hansen and Mikey Nichols, but he was consistently winning races over there. Then he kind of slowed down a little bit, started a business, jumped into the A-Mod. Bert, back-to-back wins this week, and he won at Miller and he won at Casino. Great weekend for Adam Brotherton. My dud, the MB house car, also in the modified. Caden Blazer. Morrival, where's Waldo? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they had engine. I have no idea. If you're the house car, wouldn't you expect, Bert, that they'd be out there a bunch? They should be racing 2-3 nights a week, right? A lot, right? You'd think maybe Blake Adams should be, maybe he's the house car. I'm not sure. But Caden Blazer has literally only unloaded 3 times since June 20th.
Wow.
2 of them, one of them, I don't even know that he even took a green flag in the heat. The other one, he broke in the heat, must have been an engine because he didn't start the feature. And then he got 6th this week at Red Cedar. I am, as a fan of Caden Blazer, massively disappointed in this whole shit show that's going on, right? I just am, right? Because you look back, Dustin Sorensen was a house car driver for MB a couple years ago, and it's like, wow, he's going to race on the national tour. He's going to do all this, and guys barely racing. And I wouldn't, looking at this, I wouldn't even want to be the house car driver, right? Because he's racing significantly. I don't know what's going on, right? I want to see Caden Blazer racing 3 nights a week. He's one of the most fun drivers to watch in all of Wissota modified racing. I want to see him out there. He ain't been racing. I expect to see him, throughout the rest of the year in invite time. But I have no idea what's going on there. Did not reach out to him, but only 3 races even on my race pass since the end of or middle of June. That's massively disappointing to me. So that's my dud of the week, Caden Blazer. All right, I want to give a shout out here before we get into the super stocks. Fast Lane Motorsports and Powder Coating in Ashland, Wisconsin, home of the Galloper chassis. They do custom fabricating, powder coating, sandblasting. They get any part you need. Chris and the gang are absolutely awesome people. Biggest sponsor, of course, of the Fast Lane Super Stock Series, which came to a conclusion here this past week. Kurt Myers, the champion of that. I think he's won it once or twice before, so congratulations to him. If you need anything racing related, parts, tires, safety equipment, you need it, give them a call at 715-682-3278. That's Fast Lane Motorsports and Powder Coating up in Ashland, Wisconsin, which, by the way, you need to mark your calendars if you haven't already. Red Clay Classic 50th annual coming down the pipe in a little over a month. The payout for that, Bert, $15,000 a win for the late models, $10,000 a win for the mods, $7,000 a win for the supers. I don't remember the Midwest mods. It is going to be epic. That is going to be an absolutely unbelievable show. Get that on your calendar.
Home of the Galloper chassis.
Home of the Galloper chassis. So, Bert, I'm going to guess you don't really have anything on the super stock side? Or do you?
Yeah, no super stock stuff.
All right, Changa, what do you got? Give us your stud. Give us your dud in the super stocks.
I'm leaving the stud for you. So I'm going to go my stud of the week, Shane Sabraski. Got first at Thunder City, first at Grand Rapids, first at Ogilvie, second at Granite City. Kind of put the pressure on Kurt Myers here. I'm thinking Shane's the leader in the clubhouse to win another national championship in the super stocks. So
18 wins. He's got 18. He's leading the way. Myers got 14.
So Shane Sabraski, stud of the week.
How about dud?
My dud's going to be Kurt Myers, right? He went to Thunder City Speedway, and it's a super stock series weekend. He got a 4th, decent finish, helps him in the points, but he got 23rd place DNF at Rapids, got 8th at Gondik, and then 9th at ABC. And then, Sunday night, he was probably just so frustrated he took the whole day off, right? So Kurt Myers, my dud of the week.
Yeah, that 4th place finish in his defense at Thunder City, I think he got a flat. I think he ended up getting 5th in the heat, came from pretty deep to get that. But boy, you would think Kurt Myers would at least sniff the podium on the final week of the tour, and he had a rough week. I'm guessing he went through a couple packs of cigarettes and trying to get rid of that frustration. So, my stud of the week. So I'm gonna give a shout out here to Dustin Nelson. Old guy, one of the old veterans that we turn a bunch of laps left. It's good to see old Dustin remembered where Victory Lane is. A lot of people have been showing him all year. He got his first of the year at Brainerd, so that was pretty cool to see. Yeah, I think I got to go with Steve Stewart. Steve Stewart has a 50% win percentage, 9 wins in 18 shows, won 6 of his last 9. This past weekend, he doubled up again. He won at Gondik. He won at, or not at Gondik. Did he win at Proctor and Ashland? He won the Fastlane Superstock Series finale up at the ABC Raceway, and then he won at Proctor. He doesn't race much. Stubaka. I want to see the 80 running 3 to 4 nights a week. I get it. He's got family, work, he's got all this, but I'm telling you right now, that kid's fast. And if he did race enough, he might put himself in contention to win one of those national titles. He may sit there and go, I don't really need to win one. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We want to see it. We're race fans now. I want to see Steve Stewart added to that mix of drivers competing for a natty. He's been extremely good. Going to be fun to watch come invite time. Changa?
Ryan, give a shout out to Dexton. We've been beating him up all year, right? We've been beating him up all year. He got a couple wins and a second this weekend.
I think he had his best weekend of the year. He did. He got a third, a first, a second, and a first.
100%.
And he where did he win at? He won Sunday at Granite.
Yes.
Friday he won the Fastlane Series race up at Gondik Speedway, and I think he put it to him pretty good.
Second at Ashland.
Yep.
So Dexton deserves. We got to pump his tires. All right. Hey, he's had a tough year, and that guy deserves some props. So Dexton Cook, awesome week. You are also a stud.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. He hit double digits now. He's at 10. I get it. Sobraski's at 18. He got some work to do to catch him, right? But if he can put the next couple of weeks together, he can put some pressure on the 7A. So let's see what happens here the second half of August. My dud of the week, even though he had a few good nights, he had a couple bad nights, he had a couple inexplicably bad nights. Jordan Hinkemeyer, he's all over the map. So he won at Hibbing. He got a second at Thunder City. He texted me, he goes, holy shit, I gave that one away. Gave that one to Sobraski. Then he gets lapped in Rapids. He got lapped up there. He got DQ'd. He got DQ'd at Granite. You know why he got DQ'd, Bert?
Forgot to scale?
No.
Forgot to scale. Yeah. Dad was pissed, right? Forgot to scale. That's like going poop, forgetting to wipe. You just don't do that, right? I mean, I don't really understand. So, Jordo, man, when he keeps his head on straight, that kid is so fast. Keep it together. We want to see that 11A parking it up front in Victory Lane. All right, Midwest Mods or Sport Mods? Bert, you got any Sport Mod stuff?
Yes. I just have a stud, and it's actually my driver, that Corey Kempkis.
Okay.
Since it's probably a good thing I wasn't on the show, so I didn't give these stats before our picks for 141.
Add the new ones in.
But since July 18th, at the different tracks that he races at, he's got a first, a second, a seventh, a third, and a first. So it's pretty good.
Pretty solid. That's pretty solid. You got any duds?
Hey, Bert.
I don't have a dud.
Okay.
Hey, Bert. The Twins just beat the Yankees. Just final 4-1.
I like it. I like it.
Vlies won his feature.
I like it. So Avila and Vlies are going to be the front row?
Yeah, it should if they don't repick. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully they don't, because them are both of my picks.
They repick.
Okay. I hope not. All right, Changa,
they didn't repick for the modified or stock car show this year, so
I like the way you think, Bert. You got a good attitude. I'm proud of you.
Tough.
Changa, what do you got? Stud and dud in the Midwest Mods.
Midwest Mods. Okay, so I'm going to go a little contrarian, right? I watched this race last week, and it was amazing, right? So my stud of the week is going to be Kyle Langland, right? Last week he got a third at Cheyenne, a third at he goes to I-94, gets a third place win. And then he gets a win going by Brennan Waite at Jamestown. Now, no, Brennan Waite was gone by like 3.5 seconds. They get a late restart, and he drives by him like he's parked and wins that race. So Kyle Langland, my stud of the week.
Awesome. Awesome. How about your dud? You got any duds?
So, yeah. So my dud of the week, and I hate to do this, is Jason Vanderkamp. Right?
Wow. Wow.
Right.
Matt's going to be
And he's
pissed.
never slow, right? That guy's always good. He hasn't won since July 3rd.
Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that.
All right, right. He had an 8th at Princeton, an 8th at Gondik, and a 6th at Ogilvy last week. So, yeah, Jason Vanderkamp, we expect more out of you. You're my dud of the week.
I would agree. All right, so the low-lying fruit, right, is of course the battle Joey Jensen, Tyler Vernon. Joey Jensen right now at 20 wins, Tyler Vernon at 19, and less stronger you can look. Maybe he won tonight to even it up.
Vernon won tonight.
He did, so it's 20-20.
Vernon didn't just win, he swept.
He swept. That's a big one. That's a 58-point show.
Brandon Kopp won tonight.
That's good to see. Good job, Brando. So that's an epic battle. Bert, they both have 20 wins right now. That is your battle for the national title. That's good stuff right there. Paul Ripley, right? He's been having a really, really good season. I think he's about a year away from really having a good season. But I mean, both of them national championship. There she is. There's our buddy. He literally, the national championship contenders, Vernon and Joey Jensen, went to Proctor. They got second and third behind who? Paul Ripley. So he's been running strong. He's been good. Got to give a shout out Michael Shalley. He got his first win of the year, or first career win in the Midwest Mod up at the Thunder City Speedway last week. Another guy here, I don't know if you saw this, Chonga. This guy got his first win since 2019. He's ran 3 races. One of them was kind of a mid-pack. The other one, he got a pretty bad call, ended his night early, but he won last week in Rapids. Action Jackson, Tim Jackson, getting it done. But my stud is going to be Michael Blevins Sr. He's got 7 wins, 7 of his last 8 on the podium. The other was a DNF. I think he's got 3 straight wins in there. Michael Blevins Sr., or 3 wins in that 8 race stretch there where he's been on the podium every night. He has been really, really good, especially on his home turf, which is Grand Rapids, Hibbing, and over at the Bemidji Speedway. Keep an eye on him. Come invite time. Remember, he shocked the world, went to the red clay, parked it in Victory Lane. He won the red clay, I think it was last year. So he can get her done, former national champ in the Pure Stocks. He's going to be fun to watch the rest of the way out. My dud of the week is a guy that, see, when I was doing the power ranking shows a few years ago, he got mentioned every single week. We haven't heard his name all year. Just been completely, I don't want to say irrelevant, but when's the last time you've heard Aaron Blacklance's name?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a while.
He's been on the struggle bus, really kind of dialed it down, pretty limited schedule. And he went from a guy that literally was seemingly winning races every single week to, I'm not sure what's going on up there, but Aaron Blackland's dud of the week in the Midwest Mods. Street stocks or stock cars. Bert, let's start with you.
All right, I got a couple of them actually. Trey Van Straten in a street stock. It's Travis Van Straten's son. He races Autogamey Speedway on Friday nights and 141 on Saturday nights. And since July 18th, between those 2 tracks, he's got a first, a second, and a first. So very, very strong performance by him over the past almost month.
I would say.
And then Hot Rod Schnellenberger, he's been traveling to Eagle River Speedway, and prior to last week, he was 6 for 6 in feature wins in the stock car division. And so we're going old school, and a bounty was placed on him. And Kyle Frederick, who's a regular from our area, went up there and collected the bounty, $1,000 bounty he collected for getting the feature win by beating Hot Rod Stellenberger. So that's kind of cool.
That is very cool. That is very cool. You got any duds?
Yes, I have one. Jesse Cron. I think this is his second year in the IMCA stock car division. He raced street stocks prior to that. Over the almost last month, since July 17th, he finished 11th, but didn't finish the feature. A 14th, a 15th, the 3rd, a 20th. So he's been struggling a little bit, but he's fairly new to the division. So hopefully he'll be able. It's a learning experience. Let's look at it that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Changa.
So my street stock stud of the week is going to be Rob Petrov. He's got 7 straight podiums. He has 5 wins and a second and third in his last 7 races, right? He's got and then he had a pair of wins at Gallatin and Electric City last week. So Rob Petrov's my stud of the week.
He started out slow this year. He started out kind of not quite finding victory lane, but he's been good as of late for sure.
For sure. My dad, I'm going to go with Colton Brower, right? 7 straight races and now 8 going into tonight. He got 3rd place tonight he started 7th.
Who won?
AJ Keller won. And Colton Brower got 3rd. He started 7th. He was in the lead, and the yellow put him back 2 times. Right? 2 times he had the lead, and I put him back. And then he ended up 3rd.
Who got second? Hess?
Trey Hess from
Trey Hess.
13th.
Oh, no shit. That's a good run.
Yeah, 100%. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, so Colton Brower, 7 straight without a win. Now it's 8 straight. He didn't even start the B at Thunder City last week. He got a 5th at Fiesta City and a pair of seconds at Viking to Eric Riley. And at Redwood, that's something named Colton Schuler, right? So
that was his first career street stock win, by the way, for Colton Schuler.
So Colton Brower, another week without a win, and I know he's got a big lead, and he's a couple more wins to just lock this shit up. But Colton Brower, not his best week of the year, and I have 100% faith he'll get it done.
Well, I mean, how do you not put Kyle Dykhoff as the stud of the week, right? I mean,
right. Well, that's why I left that for you, right?
Yeah, exclamation point by winning the finale for the DRC Street Stock Tour, Dirt Race Central Street Stock Tour, over at Jamestown. Of course, he just got the win at the Little Dream, running pretty much the tour, and then running Viking and Fergus is kind of what he's doing. Dykhoff is a guy that if he raced for an Addy, he'd be right there with Brower. I mean, that car is so fast. I mean, he is absolutely on a rail. Guy to keep an eye on come invite time. Jimmy Gullickson, though, he keeps on winning, right? A couple more again. He's won 8 of his last 10 races, 9 of 15 that he's won. I mean, he's been incredible. Cole Gresseth's at 19 wins. He got a win this past weekend. Parker Anderson got a pair of wins this last weekend, Thunder City and Gondik Law Speedway. So, I mean, there's a bunch, but Kyle Dykhoff has been the guy right now. And Colton Brower's having a hell of a season, even though he didn't win this week, but he's got to be pretty darn happy that 11 car is running a limited schedule, or he might have company in that national championship hunt. Dud of the week. I don't necessarily have a dud of the week. In the street stocks, because there isn't anybody that really sticks out that's been doing awful, but Maria Brooks is probably having her most down year. I think she did get a win this past weekend, but the fact of the matter is she was, on the podium like 2 times a week, every week for about the last 4 years. And it's just been a little bit harder to come by part of the reason young gun Jaden Bogue over there, Bogue has, boy, I'm looking here. He's got 5 on the year. He did win at Miller. He's been a thorn in her side, and that street stock class is so ultra competitive. I don't know that she's maybe getting a little slower, or there's just a bunch of drivers getting a little bit faster, but that street stock class is ultra competitive in Wissota racing right now. Grassroots. Bert, you got anything on the grassroots?
I do not.
Okay. Changa, stud and dud.
My stud of the week is going to be Jake Smith. Stays hot with a 3rd at Grand Rapids and a pair of wins at ABC Speedway in Ashland and in the Proctor Speedway in Proctor, well, we'll call it Duluth, Minnesota. But both of them, the ABC and the Proctor race, he beat Eric Crosby to win them both. So Jake Smith is my stud of the week.
You got any duds?
My dud's going to be Bobby Arnis, right? 10 straight races without a win. I mean, he was in contention to win. I mean, he was competing for a national championship, but he's watched it slip away with 10 straight without a win. His title hopes are fading away in his last 2.5 weeks.
Who won the Hornets tonight up at Grand Rapids?
Hornets, God, I told you already. I told you already.
You did? Was it Fossil?
No, Fossil got second.
So Fossil got a 1st and a 2nd tonight.
It might have been 3rd even. But McKenna Folstead beat him.
Okay. So you told us the pure stocks, but you didn't tell us the Hornets. So that's okay. But Brady Fossil
earlier, but we forgot.
Yeah, Brady Fossil's been good. He's got 4 wins since August 1st. I didn't see what he did tonight, but since August 1st, 4 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd. So he's been super good at the second half of the year, in contention possibly, but the hottest driver right now in Wissota Hornet division, grassroots wise, Jeff Roner. 3 straight wins, 12 on the year. Since June 6th, he has a DNF, 9 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3. So literally up front every single night. Jeff Roner has taken over the lead in the national standings. My dud of the week, as far as grassroots, I gotta go Eric Crosby. Called his shot. I like it. I like calling your shot early in the year. I said, I'm going after a national title. I like big goals. Not quite there. Dustin Puffy right now leading the way. He did win again tonight. He's extended that point lead. Jake Smith in very, very close to maybe passing up Crosby. Crosby is in danger of not only not winning. Crosby did?
No, Jake Smith DNF tonight.
Yeah, Jake Smith had a rough night. I didn't see what happened. But Crosby is in danger of not only not winning the Natty, but slipping back and possibly getting 3rd. So he's got some work to do. Going to have to settle down a little bit, settle in, and find victory lane. So let's jump into a little national championship trivia. But first, I want to give a shout out to East Central Sports. And of course, I don't have my note here. Sorry, Mac.
Mac, we love you.
Yeah, we love Mac, but in Rush City, Minnesota. So I don't have their number. Of course, everybody's got a phone. You can look up eastcentralsports.com. But they are your number one source for pit bikes, golf carts, kids' ATVs, Toro lawnmowers, a whole lot more. Mac sponsors everything racing related. And I saw that his daughter got a win here this past week at a go-kart. That's pretty awesome to see. Looked like she might have a bunch. So I don't know. That's kind of cool. We might have to check out one of her races one of these days. That's pretty fun to see her getting in victory lane. But mention the One to Go show for $100 discount. And I'm going to be stopping in there real soon. Going to order up a golf cart. Pretty excited about that. Going to have something pretty cool coming. So when we get to these invitationals, we can have something to drive around, even though he offered one to us for the USA Nationals. So that's eastcentralsports.com, just north of the Twin Cities in Rush City, Minnesota, right off of I-35. All right. So national championship trivia for Wissota Natty trivia. I have 5 correct. Chonga has 3. Bert has 1. Bert's going to give the clues this week. And basically what we're doing is Bert's going to start naming off some clues. Chonga and I have to guess who that national champion is. And if we get 3 wrong guesses, the other person wins by default. All right.
All right. Do I have to say the division or?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. This driver has more than 300 feature wins, with 45 of them being at Cedar Lake Speedway. 1984, this driver had 29 feature wins and 55 starts. This driver raced cars under at least 2 different numbers. This driver finished 4th in the 1995 USA Nationals. This driver won the WISSOTA Late Model Challenge Series title in 2008 and 2009.
Jimmy Mars.
Nope.
Jerry Radetsky.
Nope.
Ooh.
When you think of this driver, you think of race haulers and trailers.
Oh, Pete Parker.
No, that's a good guess, but no. This driver won the Yankee Dirt Track Classic in 1984.
Rick Eggersdorf.
Nope. This driver wears glasses.
Lance
Lance
Matthews.
Matthews.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know if he has glasses anymore. He did.
Well,
He
I
had
don't
Coke
know, but
bottles.
you tell that story. So
So who got it?
What year? Oh, I beat you to that. You know, what year did Lance win the Natty?
I won that, didn't I, Bert?
no, Ryan said it first.
What? Bert, you're supposed to
1986.
be on my
It
team.
was either 86 or 88. One of the two.
Okay. I completely forgot that Lance won a WISSOTA national title.
Lance Matthews ever won it.
Bert is a little froze up there. I'm not sure what's that. Oh, there he is. He's back. So Lance Matthews. So the old 71A stays on
Okay.
top there, Chonga. You get to give the clues
Hey,
next week.
Bert, I won. You got to make me the winner because otherwise we're fucked.
I had these questions prepared last week in honor of him being inducted into the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
If
All right.
he would have been buffering, I would have beat him.
So our pick'ems and draft here. So we did a draft, guys, for the Knoxville Nationals. And Coach was talking a big game. He's like, I took Sammy Swindell. It don't matter. I'm going to beat you guys. He got a solid 12th out of 13. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Bert, did you see who won? You got second. Did you see who won?
Yeah, I did.
Bromance.
Bromance literally is. I'm flabbergasted because like he's literally making picks one day, like over and over, picking people that were already taken. Hell, he even took a driver that he even took a couple rounds before. And congratulations, Bromance, on getting it done. I got 6th. Chonga got 7th in that deal. Chonga won the week. He had the biggest week on the points, but only 7th in the draft. So that kind of mid-pack though, so he didn't get stung quite so bad. The current points right now between the draft and the pick'ems, I'm leading the way at 468. Bert, you're in second, 11 points back. Chonga's in third, 18 points back. Rain Man has now jumped up inside of the top 4. He's 29 back, and then Coach slipped to 5th. Dano and Josh are tied. They're 34 points back. So literally between 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, 5 points. 5 points separates that. And then it's Uper, Tardy 99, Worker B, Man Bun Dan, Beefcake, and our draft winner bromance rounding things out. So our upcoming events that we're picking this week, no draft this week. 10,000 to win sport mods here this week. They pushed everything back a day. Feature tomorrow night on Flow at 141. Captain of the Creek. 4-night swing for the World of Outlaw late models in Illinois and Iowa. The Hampel Memorial Series for late models out in Montana, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Electric City, Gallatin, and Big Sky. Dirt Kings has a doubleheader this week. Bert, $5,000 to win at the Hill. And then they go to Outagamie. High Limits racing Friday, Saturday out in California, Tulare and Placerville. The 33rd annual Topless 100 for the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Models down at Batesville. The 5th annual Howie Schill Memorial, Friday and Saturday. NLRA late models with Soda late models up at the Red River Valley Speedway, West Fargo. The Howie Schill Memorial, always a really, really good one. The Bob Gerke Memorial, I-94 Friday for the modifieds. Tri-State late models at Miller and Casino. World of Outlaw Sprints Friday, Saturday, Ogilvie and Jackson. And then the Jeff Carpenter Memorial Midwest Modified Special in Jamestown. Anything there that you guys are looking forward to more than the next thing?
For me, I mean, obviously, 10,000 win at 141 since it's in my area. But World of Outlaw late models should be pretty good because racing's always good at the Illinois tracks, and that Iowa track is pretty good too. So
yeah, Maquoketa is pretty sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice little bull ring. Changa, how about you? Anything you're specifically looking forward to?
100% World Outlaw late models. I mean, Illinois bull rings and Maquoketa. I mean, that's as good as it gets. You know, your husband, Bobby Pierce, he just dominates Maquoketa. So that's where I'm going.
You know, the Gerke Memorial, that mod race, I mean, if prepared right, if they get a cushion ripping up on the top at I-94, I've seen some pretty darn good mod races over there, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that one. All right, let's jump into our bold predictions here. We had every week to close out the
Didn't
show.
even do any of those.
What's that?
I didn't even prepare bold predictions.
That's all right. You can do it on the fly. All right. So every week we make 3 racing related or show related predictions. We keep track if you got them right, you know, on the ones we got right, wrong, and the percentage that we got correct, and kind of hold ourselves accountable. That shows that we don't really know as much about racing as we think we might. So we had a few that come off the board. Bert, of course, had to jump off, so he didn't have any predictions last week. So Uper had 3 come off the board. He said that the combination of Rico, J-Mac, and Kyle Larson, one would win the Knoxville Nationals, one would get a top 5, and one would have to go to the soup. Well, Ryan Timms won it, so that was a no. He said at the North-South 100, there'd be one World of Outlaw driver on the podium, one Lucas driver on the podium, and one that doesn't follow either series on the podium. It was won by a Woo driver, second and third was Lucas. That was wrong. And he said that Coach 29 Star would finish on the bottom half of the draft. He got 12th out of 13. You got that one right. All right.
Oh, that was so weak.
That was weak. Well, not really, because he won it the week before he
He
won the last track.
He coaxed him into the freaking Sammy Swindell.
He probably did.
96-year-old driver.
He probably did. Changa had 3 come off the board. He said Dirt Race Central Street Stock Tours, same guy would win all the races. That did not happen. Hunter Carter and Kyle Dykhoff won the 2. North-South 100, you said the winner would be a non-Lucas driver, which was Bobby Pierce. You got that right. And then you said in the Fast Lane Superstock Series, there'd be at least 3 different winners. Did you get that right?
Probably.
Yeah, you did. Sobraski got 2, Dexton Cook and Steve Stewart. And then I had 3 come off the board as well. I said that Josh Rice would be on the podium at the North-South 100. Nope, that did not happen. And then I said at the Dirt Race Central Street Stock Tour, there'd be different winners every night. I went opposite of Changa, so I got that one correct. And then at the Fast Lane Superstock Series, 4 races, I said there'd be at least 7 different drivers on the podium. Bert, guess how many there were?
6.
7.
6.
7. Exactly 7. So I got that one correct as well. So our numbers here, as far as Chonga's leading the way in both. He's still winning both here. It's getting a little closer. So Chonga has the most correct at 20. I have 16. Uper has 13. Bert has 9. Correct percentage, though, Chonga at 44.4. I'm at 42.1. So I'm there. And then Uper at 29.5 and Bert at 27.3. The guy that we gave so much shit to about bunt, clearly not. Clearly not. Right? All right. So we'll make 3 laps around the track here with our predictions. We're going to go Bert. We're going to go Chonga. We're going to go Uper. And then I'll close it out. So, Bert, your first prediction.
I had one, but now I'm rethinking it.
Oh.
I'll go Dirkings and say 2 different winners in the 2 races they raced this year or this week.
Okay. 2 different winners in Dirt King's action this week at the Hill and Outagamie. All right, Chonga.
I'm going to go World Outlaws Late Models Racing. And I'm going to say Bobby Pierce, 3 podiums in the 4. Or if there's 4 races, he will have 3 podiums. Okay.
Well, you already got one that he did not. So
Right. So
okay.
that's
So
what
he's got a podium out.
Races, he will have 3 podiums.
What if there's only 3?
If there's 3, he will have at least 2 podiums.
Okay. And then anything beyond that. All right.
And,
All right.
And
at
least 1 win.
And at least 1 win. Okay. All right. Uper's first prediction. Mr. 10-time World of Outlaw champion Donnie Schatz will race one of his niece's cars in the World of Outlaw races this weekend at Ogilvie and Jackson. So he's basically saying he's not going to slide into a team. He's going to take one of their cars, throw the 410, and go racing. We'll see what happens.
I talked to you about that today.
I guess it's an option. It could happen. My first one here. He's been on the dud list for a long time. He's been in a slump. He was horrible last weekend. But the nightmare, Lucas Rodin wins the Jeff Carpenter Memorial this week at Jamestown in the Midwest Mods. All right, Bert.
Actually, I'm going back to Dirt Kings. I'm going to do another one with Dirt Kings. Nick Avalink will be on the podium for both races in Dirt Kings.
Okay. You know he's going to both of them for sure?
I don't know for sure. Probably not now.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice.
So Ryan, I sent my picks in, and I'm looking at my picks for the Dirt Kings right now. So I might have sent them in wrong. I sent Nick Andelink. I meant to send Nick Andelink Mike Mullen at Outagamie.
You want Mullen at Outagamie?
Yeah, I don't know if I sent that in right though.
So officially right now, okay, race hasn't happened yet. Do you want Mullen or Anvilink at Outagamie?
I want Anvilink at the Hill and Mullen at Outagamie.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a bold prediction, but that's what I don't know if I sent that right.
What do you think of that prediction, Bert? That's his pick. He's got Mullen. I'm giving him Mullen for his second pick. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Apparently, you know something I don't know.
Yeah, because Mullen announced he ain't racing late model here for a while, but that's okay. That's okay.
When I was sending it, I was doing it off.
That's all right. We'll give you Mullen. Hey, Chonga, I got your back. We're gonna help you out here. We're gonna give you Mullen for the second one. You're welcome.
Okay.
You're all right. We got your back. All right, Uper's second prediction.
Oh, well, no, that wasn't a bold prediction. That was just something I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I'm going to give you Mullen for Outagamie. Okay. I'm writing that down so I don't forget. Okay. What is your second prediction there, Changa?
And I might have sent that to you anyways, but
Maybe.
my bold prediction, my second one, I'm going to go Huddy, 2 podiums at the topless.
Audi 2.0. It's 3 complete shows. Yeah. 3 complete shows, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Or is it just
No,
2?
just
Just
2.
Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. Okay, so Huddy's gonna have 2 podiums?
Yes.
Okay. All right. RTJ's been good, not great as of late. RTJ will win at least one of the nights and podium the other night at Batesville. RTJ wins at least one, but podiums both at Batesville. All right, Bert.
I'm gonna go.
Tonga's getting tired.
I'm wide awake right now. I
Right?
probably won't fall asleep right away. um, let's go. Corey Kempkis will win $10,000 captain of the creek at 141.
It's super easy now that you know that he's on the pole.
He's not on the pole. Oh yeah, we do know where he's going to start. You want me to pick something else?
No, because
Okay.
one of my guys are going to win anyway.
Okay.
Either Vlies or Avila is going to win. So you're good. You can have that. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. All right, Changa, your third and final one.
I'm going to go World of Outlaw Sprints. I'm going to go Carson Macedo, 2 podiums.
Carson Macedo, 2
They
podiums.
don't race both nights. It's a wash.
Okay. So they got to race both. Ogilvy, Jackson, and Ogilvy put a deal down that if it doesn't race, they're going to postpone it and the race will happen. So, all right, Carson Macedo will podium at Ogilvy and Jackson. Okay. Uper's third and final prediction. Rapid Rudy, my dad, is not going to be a puddle like his son was at the Hall of Fame induction because I may have gotten a little pollen in my eyes and had the waterworks going on. Rapid Rudy will not shed a tear in his induction speech.
Oh, I like it. I like it. That's pretty good.
Guess who's going to do everything in his power to make sure that doesn't happen? All right.
Hey, Ryan, I'm on your side. I will make that happen.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All right. My third and final prediction to wrap this deal up. I'm going to go to the 5th annual Howie Schill Memorial. Tyler Peterson wins at least one and podiums both. And Dustin Strand podiums both. TPO wins at least one, podiums both, and Dustin Strand podiums both at the Red River Valley Speedway. All right, there we have it. Episode, what is that? 271 in the books. 271A. 271A. Yes, sir. All right. Well, Bert, you're a trooper. I'm telling you what, I thought you would be the one nodding off. Changa looks like he's either 3 sheets to the wind, blood sugar's down, or he's literally needs a nap.
He's hungry. He wants dinner.
So, as always, I'm Ryan. That's Changa. That is Bert. Thanks for tuning in to the One to Go Show.